So I teach machine tool technology, and we are obviously a very hands-on program. The students, that's what they have to do. They want to be on machines, they want to be programming, they want to run parts, they want to physically touch the machines. And that's kind of a difficult thing when we get to online classes. It's just not, it's not conducive to being able to touch a machine, to be totally honest. So there's some things that I had to do, right, to be successful, to make sure my class is a success and get as much lecture material to them as possible in a good method. So I chose a few different ways of going about it. One way was to take the lectures that I normally do, turn those into some small PowerPoints, but then I lecture over top of those PowerPoints. So the students, when they go into D2L, they can open up those PowerPoints. They may have to hit the edit button, but they can listen to it. And what that's done for them actually, and done for me really truly, is it's forced me to put some of this stuff into a different format that I can put into D2L. And actually I'm going to keep it for these next classes that are coming along down the line. All the students that I've had right now are very excited about how things are going, and really how the online portion they didn't think was going to work and didn't think was going to be good for them, it really has been, because they're able to watch it a couple of times, where when it's face-to-face, we all know that students tune things out sometimes. So when they tune things out, they can go back and rewatch the video, and it's not a big deal. Whereas if they're face-to-face, they kind of lose that piece of information. So this is actually a great way for them to get that information a couple of different times, couple of different days, or even over the weeks, where they're coming back, like for one of my classes where they're doing some programming and they get to another project and they're like, you know what, how did I do that? I don't remember that. So instead of being able to ask me when they're in the classroom, they can just go back to those videos, look at them, reference them whenever they want to. It can be midnight and they can reference that video. They don't have access to me at midnight, so they can come back and look at those videos and pull off the information that they need and be successful in making their the programs that they're trying to make. But the summer class, we should have most of the kinks worked out, pretty polished up. We don't have a lot of things that we're trying to build. They're already being built. We can add to them, make them a little bit more refined even, and bolster them with more information even. So I think those people that are going into the summer classes, I think that's an opportunity for those students to actually maybe even get more out of us than what they may get face to face, simply because they can go back and forth and do this kind of at their own pace. Right now, the problem is we can't physically be in front of a machine. And so how do we fix it? How do we come up with different avenues for us to travel? How do we come up with different answers? And that's essentially what engineering, machining, all that kind of stuff is, in a nutshell, is figuring out how to fix an issue. And that's what we're doing right now. We're taking all the information that we have all these online resources, we're coming up with answers, and we're putting it to good use, trying to make the best of a situation that, you know, is unfortunately way out of all of our control. So we're trying to make the best of it, and I think we have. I think we've done a lot of good things for everybody, teachers, students included, for the school, all of it. And this is exactly what we were shooting for when we were trying to put all this stuff together.